A hot bowl of chicken soup has a way of making everything feel better, especially when it's Campbell's Chicken Noodle. Since 1934, it's been the go-to remedy for sick days, chilly nights, and those times you just need a quick, cozy meal. However, crafting that perfect harmony of golden broth, tender chicken cubes, and exactly 216 noodles takes a finely tuned, choreographed production line. In this video, we're following the full recipe on an industrial scale, from first ingredients to the last lid.
To see what exactly makes this soup, good.
To uncover how every warming bowl of Campbell's chicken noodle soup is cooked up, we're stepping inside one of their supersized factories in Paris, Texas.
A powerhouse, churning out over 5 million cans daily. Production kicks off at the broth seasoning station, where an operator measures out Campbell's top-secret spice formula. Comprised of garlic powder, onion powder, yeast extract, chicken fat, black pepper, and salt. Dialing in that one-of-a-kind flavor you can pick out with a single sip, that spice combo is then hoisted up and tipped into this massive 1,000-gallon stock pot that's filled with a base of liquid chicken stock and water.
The whole mixture cooks at 180 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes, building a deep, savory base for the soup. During this simmer, a significant amount of the water evaporates, condensing the liquid down into a rich, concentrated broth.
By removing the water now, the cans take up less space, keeps better on the shelf, and lets you bring it back to full strength at home with a quick splash of water for a steaming bowl on demand.
While the broth concentrates down, the diced chicken cubes are getting prepped to dive in next.
The chicken in Campbell's soups begin as 100% breast meat, sourced from chickens raised without hormones or antibiotics.
Once the breasts are processed, the fillets move into this cubing machine that presses them through a grid pattern, while a rotating knife dices everything into neat, bite-sized chunks. The chicken pieces are collected, pre-cooked, then partially dehydrated so they last longer in storage before canning. They'll reabsorb moisture later when they soak up the savory broth inside the cans, regaining their full juiciness. The cubes are then flash frozen for shipment to Campbell's production plants. On arrival at the factory, a forklift positions the 1,200-pound totes of frozen cubes, which are then tipped into this portioning machine
that meters out the exact amount of chicken into can-sized servings.
Nearby, the noodle line kicks into gear with this massive flour silo outside. It's connected to this pneumatic tube that
The mixer combines water, egg solids, and Campbell's secret seasonings with the flour,
working the blend for 30 minutes before the dough drops into a waiting holding bin. After a short aging period, the dough moves through this bank of 7 rolling machines that gradually compress the bulk dough mass into thin, delicate sheets. If they only use just one roller, the dough would rip and tear apart. Instead, the multi-step pressure keeps the sheet smooth and intact, resulting in a strong noodle with a satisfying chew. At the end of the line, the sheet is trimmed into strips,
then chopped down into noodle pieces tailored for each can.
With that done, the attention then shifts to preparing the empty cans for filling. Hundreds of empty tins are loaded into the washing system.
The audio features a male narrator speaking over the sounds of a busy factory. The narrator says,
headed for the filling station. Freshly cleaned, the empty cans zoom down the line, ready to get souped up.
The noodles are first to drop in, and the machine is calibrated to dispense exactly 216 of them into every can.
Then they go under and around the depositor.
Where the savory chicken cubes and condensed golden broth
are added to the mix.
And the line maintains a blistering pace, topping over 500 cans per minute.
An operator loads the lid feeder for the sealing machine, which crimps an aluminum lid onto every passing can.
Now sealed tight, the cans run through this winding conveyor track, full of bends and flips
that gently agitate the contents, stirring up the settled noodles from the bottom and blending them thoroughly with the chicken and broth.
The result is a can full of soup that's pre-stirred, flavor-packed, and primed for its final cook.
The last step happens inside this hydrostatic sterilizer. Standing 5 stories tall,
This unit rotates the cans to cook each one evenly, and it uses steam to heat the soup for 1 hour at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, balancing the temperature with external pressure to prevent explosions. By the time they roll out, every can of Campbell's chicken noodle is perfectly cooked. This means the hard work is already done. All that's left for you to do is add water.
warm it up, and serve yourself an instant bowl of comfort.
Leaving the retort machine, the cans follow another winding conveyor that cools them just enough for labels to stick cleanly.
This high-speed labeler then spins on over 1,400 Campbell's classic red and white labels every minute,
dressing each can for the aisle.
Finally, they move through packaging, where they're bundle wrapped, stacked onto pallets, and stored in this huge warehouse before being loaded up and sent.
But right before they're cleared for sale, there's one last checkpoint.
Once a day, Campbell's pulls random batches for tasting panels, where trained soup testers are served samples. These lucky tasters evaluate everything from appearance and aroma to texture and flavor, and their feedback inspires tweaks to existing recipes and sparks ideas for new ones. Only after the batch meets the panel's standards is it officially approved for distribution. When it comes to soup, Campbell's doesn't just deliver, they dominate, dishing out more than 4 billion bowls annually. And while chicken noodle might be their flagship, Campbell's roster stretches from tangy tomato biscuit to rich French onion, zesty Italian wedding, or stick-to-your-ribs chunky. They make a blend for every kind of cozy. So what's your Campbell's soup of choice? The one you grab when only soup will do? Let everyone know in the comments.